we are going to see about variables. What is meant by variables? Variables are just like a container to store some values. For example, you may think about soap. Where we store soap, like we put them in a soap box. Similar to that, we use variable to store the value. To name a variable, we have certain conditions. What are the conditions to name a variable? So the conditions are listed below. First is start with the underscore or with alphabet. There will be no starting of numbers. Variable should contain only the alphanumeric characters. Variable should not be keyword. Variable is case sensitive. What is meant by case sensitive? Case sensitive is like there is two type of cases, like uppercase and lowercase. Uppercase letters are like capital letter, and lowercase letters are like small letters. So see here, Python. In this we use uppercase P. In next Python we use all lowercase. In next Python it is all uppercase. So in this the three variable names are different. Then the sixth condition is there is no no length limit for the variable name. Okay, these are the six basic conditions. In upcoming sections, we see a depth of this topic. In this, I have used Python is equal to 10. Then here, I used Python as a variable and I used value as 10 and I stored 10 in the variable called Python. So to store the value in a variable, we use a equal to symbol. Here I use the equal symbol to represent I need to store the 10 in a variable name called Python. So I have stored it and I have printed the Python. Okay. So to print the variable, we use just print of that is open bracket Python. Okay, this is a syntax and this is a program to print a variable. In next example, I have used num1 is equal to 10 and num2 is equal to 10. In this example, I try to make understand about how the values are stored in a variable and what is meant by memory. In every programming language, there will be a term called memory. What is meant by memory? The memory is like a place where we can store some values. It is like every memory have some addresses. How a person has an address like that, every memory have some address. It is called memory address. In this, num1 is equal to 10, num2 is equal to 10. So num1 is a variable which have some memory, and in that memory we are storing 10 as a value. So in this, the address of the num1 will be allocated as certain numbers, and in next line I have used num2 is equal to 10. So by using these two lines, how the compiler will allocate the memory? First of all, compiler will allocate a location, and in the same location, it will point the num1, num2. In practical, I will show that in the below line, print ID of num1 and ID of num2. I have written 2. What is the purpose of this ID? Is just the ID will just show the memory of the function, that is memory address of the function of the value. Okay, value or variable to be stored. So num1 has a memory address of 1396 something, and num2 also have the same memory address. So in this we can clearly identify that when the values are same and variables are different, the memory will point to the same address. Okay, In next example, I have used val is equal to Python. I already assigned Python is equal to 10, and in this I used val is equal to Python. In this, the val will contain the value of the Python. So what is the value of Python? It is 10. Okay. So now val is equal to 10. So I have print ID of Python, print ID of value. So in this, the two addresses are same because when the values are same and variables are different, the compiler will point to the same memory address. Okay. In this, I have used a underscore and Pirai is equal to 10. Is it is valid or invalid? It is valid. Why? Because the underscore can be come in the starting point, but no number comes the starting point. Okay, so it is a valid identifier. Identifier is the name of the variable. That's all. So in this example, amount of bag is equal to 12. I have used amount of bag. In between there is some underscore, but it is a valid identifier. If there is amount space of space bag, it will be an invalid identifier. Okay. In next example, I have used password 1 is equal to 10. This is a valid identifier because numbers can be, okay, in between of the identifier, but it should not come in front of the identifier. In next example, I have used one number. Can identifier starts with number? No. So it is invalid. So it arises a error called invalid syntax. So
If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you will get notification. If you have any doubts, let me know in comment section. Thank you guys. See you in next video. Bye bye.